a user interface enhancement for this week's Friday function. And some of you will say, but you could do some of this in applications 10, Oliver. And some of it you can, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to change a selector on the left-hand side of any records within IFS. So when we go from an overview screen into records within IFS, this will always try and show you this left-hand panel, giving you what you've loaded up. But what you can do is you can change the fields in there. So we'll go into my page designer here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the selector, which we can see by this hand with the little pickup option, that means selector. I'm going to left click that to open up the content underneath. What we can then start to do is identify what extra fields we want to see in here and how we want them to be formatted, and then we can publish it to our users. So nothing I change until I hit publish is going to reach any of my users anyway. So we'll add a new element for this, and I can either drop this down and try and find what I'm looking for, or I can just start typing the name of the field. So we'll add the create date in there, and we'll call that created. And then what we'll do is we'll also add the unit of measure, which I'm not quite sure what that's called. So what I'm going to do is just scroll that down, and there we go, unit mesh. Now I don't want that to be called unit mesh. I want the sort of more standard scripture of UOM. And I'll confirm that. And then we can see in the left-hand side here, it's just showing what my unit of measure is as well. If I'm working on a single site, maybe I don't want to see the site option in there as well, so I can delete that site record out, and then I can just see what's relevant to my users. In the inventory part, if you've got a lot of data in here and you're moving from a previous version of IFS or loading lots of parts in, you may want to use something like product code or product family, but any field that's on the inventory part header can be used for this. So whilst it was available previously, it's now got a lot more functionality and we can add a lot more fields to this. So if I'm going to push this out to my users, what I now need to do is I need to save those changes that I've made and publish them out to users. And then anyone using this context will see this the next time they log on to the inventory part screen in IFS Cloud. It's as simple as that.